driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon. What's up, kitten? I got a kitten rubbing against my arm. It's tickling me. Come on up. Come here. Or you can just rub up against stuff on the floor. There you go. Hi. Good to have you. This is Sebastian. My kitties. My cats usually quite often make an appearance. Yeah. Amy Moore and I just did a podcast. I'll be putting that out this afternoon on the difference between 12-step calls and intervention. And yeah, we had pretty good talk. We talked more than just about that. We got into some things. I absolutely enjoy talking with her. Yeah, I've always enjoyed Amy. There's a good reason they call her a drunk whisperer. If you ever have a chance to just sit down and talk with her, I would. You know, you want more love. Hey, Seb. Oh, you mean Sebastian? He'll probably come up and knock me in the chin here a couple times. They like to do. My other cat, Ronan, he's hilarious. I'll have him on my chest. I'll be petting him. And I'll just put his paw up and I'll like bonk my nose. He'll just go bonk, bonk, because he's so happy. Okay. I love you, but we're going to do this now. Good. All right. We'll see in a minute. Responsibility. Yep, it's Tuesday, and I sent this shirt on vacation with my wife, and then I didn't get it cleaned in time last week, so I haven't been able to wear my Tuesday shirt for a couple of weeks, and so I'm glad that I get to do that. Amber made this shirt for me. It's my favorite Spider-Man shirt. See, it's got a spider. It's a spider. All right. Let's do some introductions and do this. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. I'm Dion. I'm going to be your host. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. I don't know how many times I say that. I've said that a lot. Do have a reading today. And this worked out really well because Amy and I were actually just talking about the fact, and it was on the podcast, that, you know, I feel responsible considering everything that I've done in my life and the shenanigans and all the crap that I pulled in my life. I feel like I owe a debt back to my community. And that's what I say by, do I feel responsible? Not just the responsibility statement. The responsibility statement goes as this. I am responsible when anyone anywhere reaches out for help. I want the hand of AA to be there. And for that, I am responsible. Now, that was actually, there was a world conference back in the early 70s, late 60s, somewhere in there. And the responsibility statement was put out actually for the professionals, that we should be working with the professionals when they ask for help. And that's so. See, you see how I said that it's backwards. We shouldn't be asking them for help. They should be asking us. It's backwards. And do you feel the need to freely give away what was so freely given to you? Okay. This is humility. This is sacrifice that we're talking about. And we're going to sacrifice our time. Our time. I'm going to be reading out of A Day at a Time, this Hazelden literature. I love Hazelden literature. Always have. I'm going to be reading November 28th. Okay. Kitty, you got your love. Okay. Our faith in God's power at work in us and in our lives doesn't relieve us of responsibility. Yeah. In fact, it's going to probably, and they're about to say it, but I was going to before I read it. It's actually going to strengthen our resolve. You know, you're going to see a lot of different things in the program. And if we can look for the positive things going on in the rooms, then I think we stand a much better chance. Okay. Meeting others where they are at is part of that responsibility. We cannot expect others who have just come into the program or people that do not understand the program to meet us where they are at. Okay. That means don't talk over other people's heads. Don't start talking about stuff that you know they're not going to understand. Now, one of my character defects is that I tend to forget that not everybody knows what I know. I just tend to think people know what I know. So, I find myself probably over explaining sometimes, but instead, our faith strengthens our efforts, makes us confident and assured, and enables us to act decisively and wisely. Right? Now, in the beginning, you'd be scared to make these decisions because it's like, every decision I made got me here, and then you hear people saying things like, well, I just do the next right thing. Well, what is the next right thing when I don't even know what the right thing is? How is it that we work through that? Okay. And that's where our faith in God is going to come along. Right. We can see other people doing things in the program and we can repeat those, good, bad, or indifferent. Or we cannot repeat them. Right. We are no longer afraid to make decisions. We are not afraid to take the steps that seem to call. We are not afraid to take the steps that seem called for in the proper handling of given situations. Okay. What's saying you're gonna get, here's the thing. Okay. Like working with Adams County and the detox stuff. Okay. I'm working with a bunch of normies. I'm the only person in recovery that's really talking to these people that I know of. Okay. I could be wrong on that. I certainly hope that that's not the case. Okay. Please be careful. I love you, Ingrid. I see you. I see you. So fear. That's what they're kind of talk about there is the fear of the responsibility. Yesterday we were in a meeting and people were talking about fear and what's the opposite of fear? Well, the opposite of fear is courage. And where do we get our courage from? Well, we get that from God. So we don't get, our fears are not alleviated. Why? Because the fears were selfish in the first place. Okay. And we don't do selfish things anymore. Selfishness isn't taken away. It was taken over by selflessness. Okay? These character defects don't go away. They are replaced by something. You react differently. I'm going to tell you right now, you want more courage, not less fear. God, please remove these fears. Nope. Nope. God, please give me the courage to work through these fears. Right? I don't know about anybody else, but I always had it backwards until I got into the program and figured out that, you know, my recovery, my higher power must come first. If it doesn't come first, then I don't have anything beyond that. And that will kill an alcoholic probably quicker than anything else. Probably quicker than anything else. So once you start to muster that courage, you are going to feel responsible. Yep. You may even get like me and get angry every now and again. Okay? And it's a balance there. I mean, you can't go run around shoving this down people's throat. They don't really like that. So you have to come to an agreement. You have to come to an agreement. Okay? And that's where experience comes in. That's where we can come in as peers and say, hey, you know, I've been through that. We even help normies. I've been through that. Okay. I've been there and this is what I did. And this is where I'm at. Here, the proof's in the pudding. You can see I'm a balanced person. And this is how I work things. Right. And there's that attraction, not promotion. Okay. Hence why I don't promote. I don't promote. I just, you know, every now and again I think maybe I ought to do some promoting. And then it's just like God's like, why? I'm your promoter. I've got the best promoter in the whole world. God. If he wants my stuff in front of people, he will do it. Yeah. That's not always easy to do. A lot of humility. A lot of humility. Do I believe that God is at work beyond my human efforts? You bet. Did you know that when you double down, so does God? Yeah. If you are helping somebody, he will help you. Yep. So he just tagged me in a post and they said, will you still take, not necessarily advice, it wasn't advice, but for lack of a better word, will you take advice from somebody who's still using it or whatever? And this is the way I see it. God talks to his children. I don't pick who. You don't get to ask for direction and then make demands. You don't get to ask a favor of somebody and then determine how it's going to be done. Okay? When you ask somebody a favor, you got to kind of do it on their terms, especially if it's like moving or something. That's the hard one, right? So, do I believe that God is at work beyond my human efforts and that my faith and trust in him will bring forth results far exceeding my expectations? Oh, yeah, they will, because I don't really have many expectations. I'm not saying I don't. Okay. I'm not saying that I don't have some expectation. Of course I do. I'm human. I'm fallible. I have dreams. Like I have a thought on what I'd like the grand opening to be like and things like that. Is it going to happen that way? Nope. I already know that. You know what I know? It's going to probably turn out better than what I'm thinking in my head. Yep. Today I pray, may my trust in my higher power never falter. Okay. It's going to falter. You're human. And I was yelling at God for 2 days last week. Now it doesn't change our relationship. May my faith in that power continue to shore up my optimism, my confidence, my belief in my own decision making. May I never shut my eyes to the wonder of God's work or discount the wisdom of his solutions. Today I'll remember our hope in ages past, our help for years to come. Okay? Okay. And our decision making gets to be better and better. And why is that? Why is that? Because you've been learning let go and let God, which is delayed gratification. And if you can get delayed gratification down, your life is going to go much easier. Well, that's not going to happen today, right? I'll wait till tomorrow. God grant me some patience, and then we can take care of that at a different time when it's more appropriate. Okay. Where before, when we had to solve a problem, it was about making ourselves feel better rather than the other person, right? Oh, they're mad at me and I don't want them mad at me. That makes me feel uncomfortable because I knew the reason I felt that way is because I knew I did something wrong. Okay. Now that I have a little self-esteem under my belt, and then I've been through some things with some courage, then what happens is I tend to trust my decision making a little bit, right? So what we do is we have to take those extra 2 seconds. Okay, take an extra 4 seconds to think it'll come out even better. Okay, where we used to react to life, we can now act with life. Okay, you don't fight the water, you go with the flow of the water. Okay, you can't change the water. We are not powerful enough to change the flow of water. So instead, okay, because you're aware yourself trying to go upstream like that, instead of trying to do that, why don't you meander your way downstream and help the people that are trying to go upstream? Yeah. All right. I've been redoing the website. There's too much. There's too many clicks. There's too many links. I'm putting everything back at Trudging Together. It's going to stay there. No more. I'm simplifying things. It's going to disrupt things for a minute, but that's okay. All right. And then there's a podcast coming out. I'll try and have it out by 3. So thank you, everybody, for being here. I know we had some people coming in and out. We had Ingrid and Amber and Chris. I think we had one other person, but I didn't know their name. So, but thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. I really do. Peace out and have a day.